Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Making sure this is working. Hello, hello. Okay, it looks like it's working. Let me know if you hear me and the sound is okay. I'm using a different microphone and I'm just using my laptop camera tonight instead of my camera. So you guys let me know when you hear me and see me. Okay, awesome. Let me just set up my screen so I can see you guys chat at the same time. Hey, everybody. Hi, Tennille. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mama Joe. Hi, Gail. Hi, Chris. Hi, Crystal. Hey, Tracy. Erica, how you doing? Mita. Who else is in here tonight? Sally Johnson. Jennifer, thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm a little tired tonight, so if I seem a little sluggish, it's because I'm a little tired. Nothing more, nothing less. But hey, you might have guessed it. I have coffee right here. Hey, Crystal. Good to see you in the chat. Awesome. Awesome. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are staying warm. It's actually kind of cold here. Well, a lot of you would laugh. It's a little chilly here in Phoenix, actually, the last couple of days. It was like raining and we had like a hailstorm that looked like snow in our backyard, which I've never seen here ever. But hope you guys are staying warm and in this brutal winter for some of you, I'm sure. So tonight we are back here live stream, and I'm going to do a giveaway of 3 items tonight. 1 recorder and 2 items that are not recorders. And in the next, I think in March, I'm going to give away something really cool, something that actually some people sell on eBay or try to sell on eBay for like $500. And that's going to be either the next live stream or the one after it. I'll show you guys in a little bit. But so we're going to do the giveaway tonight. I guess I'll just show you what we're giving away. Nothing major tonight, but we have another recorder. I seem to have a never-ending supply of digital recorders. I still have more of these to give away, actually. So this one's a Sony. What are we? I can't even see the model name, but it's a Sony voice recorder that you can use to do EVP attempts. Be giving away this tonight. I'm going to give away a Orgone Pyramid tonight right here. Now these at my local crystal shop sell for $50 for these exact kind. I think you can get them on Amazon for less, but these are always nice to have. I have a few of these. So we're going to give away this Orgone Pyramid right here. And I saw this locally in a shop and I had to buy it to give away. It's a necklace. And it's a key with a heart. So love is the key. A love is the key necklace. How about that right there? So we're going to give away these things tonight, and either next week or the week after, I'm going to give away only 1 item because it's kind of a more valuable item. It's the Panasonic QR100. Now it's not a DR60, but everybody claims this is like the second best to the DR60. I haven't had much results with it. I have had EVPs with this, but it's a really nice condition, nice shape. You can check these out on eBay. They're going from anywhere between $300 and $1,000. People try to sell them for. So I'm going to give away this either next live stream or the one after. I've had it here for a while, and I'll include a little case with it as well. So make sure you guys come back next time. Other than that, what else is happening tonight? Nothing is the DR60, says Crystal. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's still it's a nice recorder. And you could take it and sell it on eBay, make some money. I mean, I could do that, but I'd rather give it to one of you guys. Let me see something. My chat keeps freezing up over here. It's like all glitchy. So hopefully I'll be able to see your questions if you ask questions. Yes, Sally, you are. That's awesome. So if you guys have any questions tonight, ask away. Also, I posted a new video today. I want to thank Dee Rose again for creating that song. She emailed me a while back and said, hey, I wrote a song and You need a theme song. And I'm like, send it along, you know? So she ended up like making a video and sending it to me. I thought it was awesome. So I put that in the video today. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's pretty cool. So thank you, Dee, if you're here. I know she's a patron. I don't know if she's in the live stream tonight. If any of you are on the Patreon page watching this and wondering why you can't chat, or if you clicked on the link and you landed here and you don't see a chat option, go back to the Patreon page, click on the video, and then you'll see the title in the top of the video, which is the YouTube title. Click on that. It should open up a new YouTube browser of some sort where you'll see the chat and you can participate. So I know sometimes people have difficulties with that. But anyway, yeah, the whole song is like 3 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. I was only able to use like 20 seconds. So pretty cool. I don't know if I'll use it every time because I don't know if I'll have a big intro in every video, but I'll probably throw it in from time to time. All right. I'm a patron. Yeah, only patrons are allowed in the live streams, by the way. So I haven't opened these up to the YouTube subscribers. I might do a couple a year for YouTube people. I'm thinking about it. I wonder if Freddie Mercury loves the movie made about him. And it's hard to say. To be honest, I haven't seen that movie yet, but I want to see it. So I'm going to see it soon, I'm sure. Yeah, thanks, Crystal. It seems like, you know, the sessions I've done lately have been a little uptick in connection and the directness. But still, it's funny. I was talking to Josh the other day. Like I was saying, I don't want to miss any questions here. Spirits sometimes say the strangest things. Like I've been getting a lot lately. I cut a lot of it out because it just gets repetitive. But they're like, they seem to be amazed that they can talk. So I'll get like all these messages, I can talk, or I can use this, or hey, I'm talking. And they seem to be so surprised after all these years that they not only are talking, but they hear themselves through it. But, you know, it's like, give me detailed answers. I know you can talk, you know, sometimes they just give the simplest little answer. But I think that goes to how, hey, Josh, I think that goes to, you know, that's kind of like their limitations, I believe, because, you know, they don't have that brain and they don't have the body. They don't have a voice box. They're having to use electronics and energy to speak. So it's probably, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm sitting here like I have my big camera behind my laptop propped up. And I've been using the big camera for better quality, but I'm switched back to the laptop. So if I look like I'm looking off in the space, it's because I was looking at the wrong camera. Anyway, so yeah, spirits sometimes say the weirdest things. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, my chat is still being really glitchy. Do you know Amanda Ellis? I do not. But if it's someone I should know, let me know. Let me know. All right. So yeah, I was just talking with Josh through text about a half hour ago, talking about YouTube and the joys of being on YouTube sometimes. Let's see. I have a lot of spirits in my bedroom. This is from Chris Flynn. They move stuff around, knock on door, window, open my door, turn it. You should be filming that, Chris. You should be filming that. I would. Erica. Jamie, my deceased uncle, came to me in a dream and saved me. He quit breathing in my sleep from chemo and respiratory issues. Wow, that's amazing, actually. Sometimes our dreams are so vivid, right? And then sometimes we remember them so vividly, I mean, and sometimes we can't remember anything about them. You know, I've been having some weird dreams lately as well. Interesting dreams, I should say. Where are we at here? I'm sorry, this text for me keeps freezing up and I don't know why, and my laptop fan is like on full steam here. Where are we at? I wish you and Josh could do a show with Amanda. Let me know who she is. I'll check her out. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Jennifer, I have a question. Go for it. Just if any of you have a question, just go ahead and type it in and hopefully I'll see it. Jamie O'Connell, swear the chat will freeze and then it'll just start flying up. I swear my mom visited my dream the other night. I felt pressure in my body, but suddenly heard, "Don't panic, you're safe." How can I be sure it wasn't my subconscious creating those words? You know, I used to think that too. It's like, because the way sometimes these things come into our heads, we're like, well, we just did that ourselves, right? But I've been finding out that's not the case always. And for me, it's not the case usually ever. Even when you're making a life decision and you hear a voice inside saying, you know, telling you don't do it or to do it or whatever, I feel that that's our guides helping us. So that's some kind of spiritual intervention. I truly believe that. While, yeah, sure, we can sit here and think, you know, the answers. I think if we have a clear mind and these things just pop in, then I think there's something else to that. I mean, you can't ever prove, but in your case, it said, "Don't panic, you're safe." And lo and behold, you were safe, right? So even if it was you making it up, you were correct. But I feel guides and spirits, I think I know they can communicate through us. It took me many years to feel comfortable with it, to say what I was hearing or seeing. And then to find out, you know, that the things I was seeing and hearing when I would say these aloud were actually either spot on or real. So then I was like, ooh, you know, that's crazy. So now I'm confident with it. And confidence goes a long way with communication as well. That'll be in one of my later videos. But, you know, having intuitive abilities, or I think we all we all have intuitive abilities. We just have to learn how to tap into them. I strongly believe that. But confidence, having confidence in those abilities is really what takes it up a notch, in my experience anyway. All right, where are we at here? Yeah, Crystal, she heard her uncle in real sound, like you hear it in your ear, right? So that used to happen to me a lot. Debbie's experienced, my son Brandon has experienced it in this house. And like you would just hear it like they're in the room. It wasn't like from within, it was audibly coming from the room. It was like clear audience, they call that. I sometimes get that. I've gotten it recently, but it's slowed down from what it used to be. But that's amazing when that happens. Actually, I love when that happens. Mama Joe, question: do you need a computer or any other stuff to get great playback responses with a recorder? With a DR60, even apps, anything, I feel that you need to record and review the evidence, but you don't need a computer. You can record on your phone with your phone's audio recorder, put headphones on and listen, playback and listen. Now, wouldn't it be cool if there was an app that allowed us to I don't want to get ahead of myself, but there might be something coming from Josh and I that would be a solution where you wouldn't need a computer to really get be able to evaluate your sessions and replies. But you don't really need a computer. No, a lot of, you know, as long as you say you're talking about a recorder, you record, you play back. If you hear an EVP, sometimes it's going to be low volume, or sometimes it's going to be garbly. In the case of the DR60, it sounds like a hot mess half the time. And then sometimes it sounds like, okay, there's somebody talking. But with me and with Josh and with others who use the DR60, if you record the playback, right, and then listen to the recording, you can make out what's being said most of the time. But you don't need a computer for that. So you can use your phone's audio recorder. You know, you can go as far with it as you want. Like me, I film every session, whether I'm using a recorder, a portal app, whatever. I film it to video. I load that video into my computer. I go into the editing software. I use Final Cut Pro, and I put on headphones, and I listen and listen and listen, and I tag what I think I hear. And sometimes what I think I hear is not what other people hear, and that's just a thing. Sometimes it's clear as a bell and undeniable. But yeah, you can go as far with it as you want. You don't have to have a computer. I mean, it depends on how deep you want to go with it. Where are we at here? Crystal light. Have you ever thought of asking them to give any evidence of moving things? Something I have, and they say they can't do it. Every time I've asked them to move something, they either don't answer or they have said we can't. And I've had something move on me one time in 9 years, and that was a freaky situation. It actually scared me back then. But you know, the people you see on YouTube where everything's moving around their house, that's 100% not how it works. That's all I'm going to say about that. But spirits always tell me they can't do it. You know, believe me, I've tried many times, and I've actually had done videos where I'm like, okay, we're going to try to get them to move this. We're going to do this, and they can't. And I never published the video. I have never had any success. And I was like, well, maybe it's just me, right? But you know, the spirits that I talk to say that they can't do that. I don't know. I've had it happen once, so I know they can. So I don't know, you know, maybe it's a different kind of energy or spirit, or who knows, entity. I've never had any kind of poltergeist situation here. So, you know, and again, I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying my experience with it. So it's not anything I can capture. Let's go in this chat. Amelia, they speak in different speeds to the 60. Spirits will speak fast or slow. Like a lot of times through apps, portal, whatever, they'll speak really fast or really slow. And when I go into my editing software, I have the ability to slow it down anywhere from 100% or 100% to 1%. So if there's a spirit reply that comes in really super fast, then I'm like, I can't understand what they're saying. I can slow it down by 60%, 50%, whatever. And then you can understand what's being said. But yeah, sometimes spirits, and I think it's the way that they have to speak or the audio that they have to use. Sometimes they can only come in really quick, it seems, and they leave a really fast message that no one would be able to ever even make out unless you slow that down. But yeah, it's because the way they speak, energy, electronics, manipulation of the audio. Yeah, I would say anybody who's experiencing spirits moving stuff, film it, document it. I have yet to see any legit evidence of that, but I would love to see it. So Chris, you're saying it happens, film it, film it. You know, it's awesome that they're doing that for you. I mean, some people would be scared to death, right? Some people would be like, I'm getting out of this house. But me, if they were moving stuff, I'd be like, that's awesome, keep doing it. And, you know, and I would encourage it, which, you know, that's kind of crazy, I guess. Question, will spirit send a message to different people at the same time? If I hear one thing, another person will hear it differently. Yeah, that's a theory. I've had that theory where if I'm 100% sure that I hear a message and it's saying this, this, and this, and someone else listens and they're like, no, it says this, this, and this. I'm like, well, then that's the message I'm supposed to hear. And that's the message you're supposed to hear. That's my theory anyway. That's happened. I mean, you know, that happens. I've seen it happen many times. And then there's messages that are just everybody hears the same thing. So it's a really weird phenomenon, you know, in this communication. Like I found interesting though, this is off topic. The video I posted today at the end, I was messing with my new box yesterday during the day. And I said, who's here? And a voice said, this is Frank, clear as a bell. And Josh had just done a video where he was clearing out Frank. So it seems like Frank has now come over here, at least if it's the same Frank. But Josh, if you haven't seen that, it's near the 3/4 mark in the video I uploaded today. Clear as a bell, I am Frank, it says. But will spirits send a message and reveal at the same time? a message to different people at the same time. I'm not really sure I understand that. It's like if two people are doing a session, yeah, but anyway, yeah, we can hear them differently sometimes though. Like, yeah, I already gave an example. Do you or Josh ever try to send a message to each other through spirit while we do a session? I'm guessing is what you're asking. We've done a video once where we were live, and that was not too long ago, maybe a few months ago, 2-3 months ago. The way time flies, I don't know. But we were live on or whatever, FaceTime, and we filmed at the same time, and we had Michael come through his DR60, and then we asked Michael to come through mine, and Michael came through mine in an instant, which showed us, you know, they have no limitations of time and space, basically. But we haven't collaborated and said, okay, I'm going to do a session tonight, you do a session tonight, and we're going to see if we can get the spirits. But that's a great idea. Maybe we'll have to do that. That's a good suggestion, to see if I can say, okay, if I get, say, a spirit named Ted in my session here, I can say, Ted, can you go say something to Josh, who's also recording right now? And then if he gets Ted, that's amazing evidence. So we'll have to try that for sure. Chris Flynn, I use an EM pump. I stopped using them years ago. I was using them and spirits would leave messages saying it hurts us, and they would tell me not to use it. So I stopped using them a long time ago, but I know a lot of people love those. Let's see, where are we at? I'm missing some. I don't want to miss any questions. I usually do, though. I don't think light spirits move things. Maybe that's it. You know, I have no idea. Amelia, is he going to come over here? Frank, seriously, come and communicate here after y'all are at the same time. Yeah, you know, if he comes, you know, Josh has dealt with Frank, and now if this is his Frank, which I can't validate that it is, and if he comes through again, I'll ask what he wants, you know, and see what happens. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 85 spirit apps. Holy cow, Chris. There's that many made. 85 spirit apps you have. You know, the funny thing is people ask me all the time, what are the best apps to get? You know, and I'm like, there really is no best app. If there's an app made for real ITC, and it's probably going to work as long as you can get that connection, because of the fact that spirits manipulate audio to speak. There's still people out there who don't believe that or deny that. And it's been tested. It's been tested in a scientific way. It's how they speak. And that proof is that Chris here, he has 85 apps and connect great with all of them because they're all giving spirits some sort of audio, some sort of electron choice. So yeah, anyway, that's awesome. Tabasco coffee. No, this is an old cup. I think I got it in some kind of a gift pack. Like it came with Tabasco sauce and it had mugs or something. I do not put Tabasco in my coffee, but I guess that would give me a kick. Woo! All right, where are we at here? Sometimes I feel like I talk too fast. I'm still holding out for a cruise. You know, that would be really cool. Now, I did a cruise once. I did a cruise workshop once. I don't want to miss any of this. Okay. I did a cruise workshop once for my photography website, and it was awesome. Debbie and I went, and we had people show up, and we stopped at locations. We did photography, and, you know, I gave talks about photography. I had a instructor there, and it was really awesome. And, you know, that would be really cool to do the same thing, a cruise, a paranormal cruise, right? But the only thing I question is, it could be great to meet up with a lot of people and hang out and have fun, but how do you do paranormal on a cruise ship? I mean, you could go around and record, but if you have any suggestions, let me know, because that would be really cool, actually. Which app do you use when you do the sessions? You've told us, but my notes got messed up. I use SCD2 98.9% of the time with my portal. It's like a match made in heaven, because when I started making the portal years ago, I was using the SCD1 and then the SCD2. The SCD2, my ideas for that app came from knowing how they use the portal to speak. So it's like a perfect match with the portal. If I don't use a portal, I like to use Spiritus. I've used Necrophonic, but you guys know how I feel about that, most of you. It seems to be a little darker kind of an app. I get a lot of like dark stuff come through that app. And what else do I use? You know, just there's various apps. I used the, is it Q2 or Q3? I forgot the name of it. I used it in my newest video. It's a Ghost Hunter Apps app. And that app blows me away with the portal sometimes, because I've never received a duplicate message, and it's always relevant to what I'm asking in these strong voices. Q3 Mark II, I use that one. So I know I missed some of these. Shoot, let's see. Let me scroll back. I need a new laptop. This one's like old and way low in memory. Oh, wow. I think I've missed a lot of comments here. Holy cow. Sorry, guys. Would you ever consider doing a group Patreon session in person, like all of us in a room together? I'd consider it if it ever came to that. If we were ever in a room together, sure, it'd be fun. I think that would be cool, actually. Oh, here we go. I went too far back. Okay, I went too far back. So now I need to get... Can we ask our guardian angels to assist us in everyday things like making choices regarding job choices? I think they do that automatically. We don't have to ask. Again, if you're trying to make a decision on something, and again, all growing up, all my life, and I'm sure all of you can relate to this, you hear these things, you hear yourself telling yourself, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. And I'd say 80% of the time, I wouldn't listen to the inner voice. And every time I would not listen, it would be a bad choice. Every time I would listen, even if it's not what I wanted, it would be a good choice in the long run. So these days, I try my best to always listen to the inner voice. And every time I do, it never fails me. I mean, it really doesn't. And there's times when I don't listen to it still today because, you know, I fight that. And when I don't listen, it's usually a mistake. So I think that's our guides. That's coming from within automatically. And it's our job to kind of hone in on that, pay attention to it. And once you're kind of in tune with your inner self, your guides, your spirit, your soul, once you're in tune with that, I mean, it becomes really easy to understand the complexities of life better. Like, you know, I can talk for days about it, so I'm not going to, but you start to really understand what life is about. And it's not about material things. It's not about attention on social media. It's not about, you know, buying a big house or fancy car. It's not about celebrities. It's not about, you know, life. We are here to learn. Our soul is here to learn. And, you know, my soul has learned many lessons. And all of your souls have learned many lessons as well, even if you don't realize it. But once you start to listen to that inner voice, which I believe are our guides, and we all have guides, we all have guardian angels. I strongly believe that. And once you start, do an experiment, even like for a month, listen to that inner voice as much as you can, and take notes and see, you know, when you listened, was it good? When you didn't listen, was it good? And then see for yourself how it works out. So yeah. All right. I think my uncle is having issues using Steve's box. It's usually 2 or 3 words that are just validations. A lot of times spirits speak very simply sometimes, and some spirits seem to speak a little more direct, clearly, and longer. And I don't know why that is. But some spirits also do have to learn how to use the device. Some are surprised when they use it. They can't believe they hear their voice. Yeah, so that's that. When you post a video to YouTube, I notice we all don't thumbs up it. Does it matter? Thumbs upping the videos does matter because the more thumbs ups a video gets, the more likely it is YouTube will recommend it or put it in search results, which means more discovery, which means more people will see it. And if you get it like a boatload of thumbs downs, it's more likely they're not going to share it. Luckily, my videos get way more. I think my percentage is 94 to 96% up compared to down lately. So even with the haters, there's many more who thumbs it up. So yeah, I don't really worry about it. It is what it is. If you like it, thumbs it up. If you don't. That's what I'll say. Crystal Connors. I've been told that using spirit rods were bad to use. I saw an episode where a young guy was using spirit rods in a graveyard. A demon possessed him. First of all, you saw an episode, which means it's a TV show, which means it's not real. Nobody's going to get possessed by using spirit rods. If you mean dowsing rods, nobody's going to get possessed from using a Ouija board. In fact, and some people are not going to agree with me, and that's okay because I just say whatever I say in my experience. That doesn't mean it's your experience. I've never seen one valid case of full-blown possession anywhere ever in the history of man. I've seen made-up possessions. I've seen movies that were based on so-called possessions and events, and then you deeply research it, and it really wasn't a possession. So no, you cannot get possessed from using dowsing rods. You just can't. It's not going to happen. And if you're watching TV shows, forget about it. TV, I don't like going on rants on TV because it causes me issues, but I just had another, I told you guys there was something in the works possibly for TV, something that I approved of, something that I was excited about, the best TV idea that I've had pitched to me yet in all of these years. And I'm all in, right? And I said, I'm all in on this. And I did my best to convince them that I'm the guy. And I mentioned Josh, and they interviewed Josh. And I said, we would be a great team for this. And they know our passion. They know we're real. They know all that good stuff, right? We're still waiting on that. I just heard an update. I should hear something in the next couple of weeks. Another TV guy called me the other day, and all he was concerned about is if, I would be talent, and basically they were doing the same old, go investigate locations. He said, what do you think about that? I said, it sounds very boring to me because it's copying what everybody else has done for the last 15, 20 years. And then I said, it sounds like more nonsense. And I said, I refuse to do anything that's staged or faked because you don't have to. And he got silent, right? And then all of a sudden he didn't have any interest in me anymore. Then he asked me if I knew anybody else that would be interested. And I said, I gave him Josh's name and number. And I said, but he's the same as me. He does what I do. We take this very seriously, but they just wanted someone to go in and act and, have fun and whatever, doing the same old. But it's TV shows. When you get hired for a TV show, and most people would sell their soul for a TV show, even though A, you make no money, B, it takes a lot of your time, and C, if it fails, then you are known as a failure, right? So I don't want to be associated with anything silly and dumb and, comedic or set up or staged. And I forgot where I was going with this, but anyway, TV is, they want you in there as talent, as an actor. They tell you what to say. They tell you what to do. And that's the reason I haven't done a show. Now, there's benefits to doing a show, even if you have to do that, because it, gets your name out there and people can see the real stuff you do. But I don't want to taint what I do and dumb it down for TV unless it's something that's real, powerful, different, and can actually change people's perception of spirituality and paranormal. And the one thing Josh and I are in talks with could do just that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the real deal there. Anyway, that was a long rant for one question. I'm sorry, guys. There you go, Jennifer. I've been using spirit rods since I was 10, never a problem. There you go. I've used Ouija boards since I was 9, never a problem. Of course, I had my one problem a couple years back, and that was something totally entirely different. It wasn't from a Ouija board or rods. It was from being irresponsible and also having fear. So if you're out there, here's an example where using any device could harm you, whether it's rods, a board, whatever. If you give someone, say, these rods and they go to a cemetery, it's midnight, and they have even 5% fear in them that, oh my goodness, there could be a ghost or a demon ready to pounce on me, then most likely they're going to go to that scenario. If the rod moves, they're going to think a demon's moving it, and that fear is going to take over their brain, and they're going to convince themselves there's a demon now attached to them. And our brain and that fear is what really causes the harm to us. It causes stress, which breaks us down. It can make us sick. Stress has been known to even cause cancer. So all that stems from fear. So a lot of times when you say, oh, he was possessed, it's from fear. Or if you see it in a TV show like Zach Bagans, it's for theatrics. That's just what it is. But yeah, never. I always tell people, never do this if you fear it. Never, never, because fear is our biggest enemy. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And that's so true. In life right now, there's nothing in your life to fear besides fear itself. Once you drop all fear from your life, life can become amazing because you fear nothing. You don't fear death. You don't fear, there's nothing. And once you eliminate that fear, there's nothing left but peace, harmony, joy, happiness. It's amazing. I mean, it's taken me 49 years to drop fear from my life, and I wish I would have done it sooner, but it's not easy to do. All right, where are we at here? I think I went up way too much here. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to shorten my answers too. All right. Look at Sally's questions. I'm sorry if I'm missing my chat freezes and then I'm trying to scroll and it won't scroll and then they all pop in at one time, like every couple of minutes. So I'm sorry if I'm missing questions, Sally. Oh, I'm back here. Okay. All right, I'm going slow here. Mama Joe, any idea why I sometimes hear a French person speak or any other language when I use Echovox? Echovox, don't get me started on that. I'm not going to comment. I don't use Echovox. And I'm not going to go into why. Some of you know that whole story. But here's the reason why you might hear a French person, because spirits manipulate audio. So that audio within that app has like, you know, fragmented sounds of human speech. And the app works. I'm not saying the app doesn't work. That's not why I don't use it. But if there's strong energy there or a good connection, let me read this question again. Okay. So like a lot of times I'll get British accents or I'll get Southern accents, especially if they're talking about my father. I'll get Southern accents through the SCD2. My father had a deep, deep Southern accent. He was from up in the hills in Kentucky, and he had a deep Southern accent. And when they mention my father, sometimes I'll hear a woman with a deep Southern accent mention my father's name. If the energy's there and strong, when they're manipulating the audio, they can add an accent. They can change, if they can change the words and whole inflection, they can change and add an accent, which is telling me if you're hearing French, there's probably a spirit who was French coming through. That's how I would interpret that. Okay, where are we at here? I kind of miss Ed popping in. Ed popped in Josh's last video, actually. It's like Frank's now in my video and Ed's now in his video, but they do bounce around, which is interesting too. Like I've had so many messages where I think Ed came through for Sally as well. She sent me some messages, and Josh saw some people that were getting Ed. It's really weird. Yeah. Somebody said, I use a lot of Huff Paranormal apps, but I have no use for Ghost Hunter apps. Well, there is no Huff Paranormal apps. Ghost Hunter apps made. Every app they make with my name on it, they made. I don't profit from them. I don't own any apps. I don't sell any apps, which is crazy. You see, thousands of the SCD apps have been sold. I don't get a penny of that money, and that's my choice. It's not Ghost Hunter Apps trying to rip me off. That was my choice for various and many reasons. So I'm not complaining. I'm just, a lot of people think I'm getting rich off of app sales and I make not a penny. It's kind of like if I was profiting from the SCD2, that would make it look like I was using it and getting results to try to sell it. So I didn't want to make any money from it. People think I'm faking because I'm trying to sell an app. So I make no money from any apps, but they're good apps. They're good apps. Okay, I'm looking for any more questions. Where are we at here? Josh, I've had English, Italian, Australian, and Spanish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we get all kinds of accents coming through when, those accents shouldn't be coming through. That's another proof of audio manipulation. Oh, I know Sally. I know Sally. I'm a weird guy. Josh was talking to me about this the other day. It's like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm a strange guy with some decisions sometimes, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I mean, as long as I earn enough money in life to eat, have a roof over our head, support my family, and, not have to stress, I'm okay. I'm not out looking to be like a multimillionaire because, again, material things, you start to realize none of that really matters. I mean, I like material things. We all do, right? But they don't really matter. Thank you. Oh, you don't even know what I'm saying. Thank you. When I do EVP sessions and mention this group, they come in all over the place. Steve, I think you're a rock star over there. They do know me. They do know me. That's without question. I get people emailing me all the time. Your name came through in my session. And I'm like, I used to worry me like, oh my goodness, why is that happening? But now I'm like, oh, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you read Jamie's post? If I can get to it. When will you post the second video for the $25 patrons? That's going to come like around probably March 10th or so. That'll be part 2 of 12. So we got a long way to go, but yeah, I'm excited to put all those out there. I can't wait till they're all out there and then someone can just come in and watch all 12, binge watch them or something. Jamie's post. I'm looking back up. Jamie. Nope, that's not it. Where are we at here? Jamie. I stopped fearing death when my mom died because I stopped caring about life. I simply feel like I shouldn't even exist, but I'm here for something. I still don't know why. Well, you're here for a reason without question. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. We're all here for a reason. And you say you stopped fearing death when your mom died because you didn't care about life. Well, your mom is still out there. Your mom still lives. Her spirit is still there. She can hear you. And if you want to feel her energy, you can do that as well. I've talked about that. I've shown examples. I mean, it's hard for us to imagine that our loved one is still there when they're not here. I mean, I know how hard that is. But they really, really are there. They can hear us. They can feel us. We can feel them. But you are here for a reason. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. We're all here for a reason. And you're in this group for a reason. You found this group for a reason. Probably because you needed some kind of healing for your soul, to realize that there is a reason you're here. You just try to meditate a couple times a week and search within and find out, you are here because there's there's something within you. I mean, I say love is the key. Love is the key. It really is. So there's something keeping you here. And I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to sound silly, but just talk to your mom and realize that her soul is still there. She's still here. And as much as you love her and she loves you, that love transcends from here to there. It's like that love, which is the key, still comes out from us and into the universe, because we all come from love. I call it the source. Many call it the source. I didn't name it that. The source of love, God, the universe. That's what we're all made of. But you're going to be just fine. You found this group, and I already see people giving you wonderful messages. You are wonderful, and you are here for a reason. Never forget that. Okay, now I am going to go back down. Yes, healing and support. Love is the key. That's right, Stephanie. But, a lot of people find this group or similar groups in life. It doesn't have to be this one or involve me. It could be Josh. It could be anything, any kind of group in life, whether it's online or personal. You find that for a reason. You're led there for a reason. I strongly believe that. And that's the truth. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, it does get better. It does get better. All right. What time is it? Oh, it's only 7:45. So I forgot to mention at the beginning, Debbie has written down all of your names. The first half hour, as long as you were here the first half hour, your name is going to be on little papers in a bowl. And in about 10 minutes, we'll do the giveaway. And I'll give away these 3 items live here on chat. Second time I heard someone say hello in your background. You heard hello coming from my mic? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, Debbie sits in the other side of the house, and she watches this, and she writes down all of your names and makes sure that everybody is included in the giveaway. Crystal Light, I've had an NDE, and I promise death isn't scary. You are spot on, and the spirit realm is more real than our reality. Hard to explain. Besides, it's more real than ours. It's not something I share too often. Speaking of NDEs and near-death experiences, I was going to do a video on that, but I didn't want to bore everybody. It seems like YouTube, they want to see, action, and they want to see spirit results, and they want to see, the meat of what I do. But sometimes I like to tell stories. But I was going to tell a story of my near-death experiences in life, and in detail, seeing the light, feeling the comfort and the warmth while my head was busted open and my skull was exposed. I had no worry. I felt amazing. And I was trying to reassure my mom that all was going to be okay, no matter what happened. This is when I was little, but yeah, having near-death experiences, especially when I look back on them today, I realize, wow, that was amazingly spiritual, and something that's horrible to experience at the time. But in a weird way, I'm kind of glad I experienced it, because now I can see how amazing it was and what I experienced from those. So Crystal is spot on. Crystal Light 7. Let's see. Jay Desk, can't wait for a chance to meet both of you sometime in the future. I live in New York. I visit New York a few times, maybe 3 times a year for business. And usually my schedule is so quick. I want to bring Debbie with next time if I can, and maybe stay an extra day or 2, because she's never really experienced New York. I just don't want to go in the wintertime. I'd love to see more videos about NDE. Yeah, I'll probably do one. I'll probably do one anyway. Tracy Woods, that would be amazing. I've had one. Maybe we could all write down our experiences and help with the video. That's a great idea, actually. That's actually a really good idea. That'd be cool to start implementing things from here into videos, so I don't like it. It's always just about me, it'd be cool. Where do you go in New York? It's usually for business, for camera business, like for Sony or Olympus or whatever. They'll fly me out to New York City, Manhattan or whatever, and we stay in a swanky hotel for 2 or 3 nights. But they usually have us on pretty packed schedules. It's usually to test a new camera coming out or a new lens before they come out to the public. And then I get to evaluate it and write about it and all that kind of good stuff. Which is the best angel to ask help from when one has an anxiety panic attack? I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe someone else can chime in here. Crystal is asking, which is the best angel to ask help from when one has an anxiety or panic attack? That's a good question. I'd like to know the answer myself. Yeah, Crystal, we don't. I was thinking that like 2 weeks ago, I was trying to figure out how I was going to describe something in a video, and I'm like, we don't even have the words to really describe it. I mean, that's exactly right. Hey, Whitney, thank you. Hey, LS. Question about Patreon. I haven't been able to send you a personal message. I go to a screen, type your name, and it won't let me go any farther. What do I do? I get messages all the time, so I know it works. I don't know as a user, though, how to do that, because I'm the guy that runs the page, so I don't have the same screens as you do. But there should just be an easy way to message me, because tons of people do it. I don't think you have to type my name. There should be, if someone can help you out here, maybe. But I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out, actually, and maybe I'll make a post about it. I might have to maybe Google it. But yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. Wow. ITC Paranormal Sessions. I remember at 6 years old, I stuck a butter knife in an electrical socket. All I heard was people talking and a couple bright stars. I woke up and my mom was still cooking dinner. That's crazy. Did a dog just bark? No, there's no dogs barking. My dogs are in the back bedroom with the door closed, laying in bed. And there you go, Josh. Call on Jesus. I should have known that answer, because this wasn't really a panic attack, but one of my first attacks that I've had doing this work, which was really bad, not a panic, but a spiritual attack, where I actually saw them coming through this ring. It was crazy. They were physically attacking me, and I was hearing them audibly in the room while they were doing it. And my vision went black. I couldn't see anything. Debbie was right next to me on the couch. It happened in the middle of watching a comedy on TV. I wasn't doing anything spiritual. And, I laid there and I remember asking for Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And when I was asking for Jesus to help, all of a sudden my vision came back, but it was like a curtain was opening. It went from black to vision again. And I guess I sat up and tears were coming down, and I looked at Debbie and I'm like, they're gone. And she's like, what the heck happened? It was crazy. It scared the crap out of her. But yeah, thank you, Josh. Okay, Melissa Bolton says there should be a box that shows Huff Paranormal, and click on that to send him a message. Thank you. Yeah, my dogs aren't barking, though. My dogs aren't even near me. So if anybody's hearing dog barking, it's not coming from me. You might have heard one. It doesn't mean it's your imagination, Jamie. Your eyes just briefly changed colors. They should be green, Hazel. Well, all right. So I'm going to now have Debbie come back with the bowl of names. So she probably just heard me say that. So she's probably on her way back. And we're going to get the bowl of names and we're going to do the giveaway. And remember, in 2 weeks, I'm going to give away this Panasonic QR100. I think I paid $250 for this. Some people are on eBay trying to sell them for like $900, $1,000, which is crazy. But they went to a light blue then back. That's interesting. Very interesting. So Debbie should be back here any moment. Hopefully she didn't fall asleep watching the video. The bowl of names, yes. All right. I hope I got to all the questions. I might have missed some because of my chat screen was freezing up. Oh, here she comes. Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me get, hold on. All right. Thank you. I don't know why. All right, I'm back. Here's the bowl of names. I had my door locked. Sometimes when I'm in here, this is where I record. So sometimes I'll lock the door to make sure nobody comes in as I'm recording. I didn't mean to lock it. So we have the names of everybody that was here for the first half hour. And also the people who have won in the previous giveaways, your names are not in here. We'll eventually recycle the names back in. But I think, we're giving like a 3-month kind of wait time before if you've won, you can be re-entered. So I'm going to give away the Orgone Pyramid first. So this is for the Orgone Pyramid. Let me see if I can set this here. I want to see where if you guys can see the bowl. Okay, I'm going to put the pyramid down. Okay, picked one name. Who is it? Dawn Pierce. Dawn Pierce. Dawn Pierce, congratulations. You won this cool Orgone Pyramid. So let me set this to the side. Okay, now we're going to give away the recorder. This is a Sony digital recorder. And I am going to pull one more name out here for that. Here's one. This one feels right. Sally Johnson. Now, Sally, I think Sally won, right? You won a recorder. Did you win? You won the recorder, right, Sally? If so, you're not eligible yet. This was. So let's put this to the side till we hear from Sally Johnson. I think she won the recorder. So we're now going to give away. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else then. I'm sorry. No. Okay. So Sally Johnson wins the Sony recorder right here. All right. Awesome. So that's there. And now we're going to give away the Love is the Key necklace right here. And this is brand new from my local crystal shop. What do we have here? And the winner of the necklace, Tracy Woods. Congratulations, Tracy. You win the necklace. So to claim these prizes, the winners need to message me on Patreon with your name and shipping address, and I will get them out this week. The last giveaway, I shipped them out like a week late. So I think everybody would have gotten those by now, except one went to Australia. So you might not have received yours yet, but these will go out midweek this week. So make sure you send me the address through Patreon, and we'll get it right out through the U.S. mail. Congratulations to you guys. Again, next week I'm going to give away that cool recorder. And then the live stream after that, I'm going to give away something really, really cool as well. So stay tuned. And it's now just about 8 o'clock. Unless anyone has anything else to ask or say, we'll probably close this out tonight. and I'm going to go back into bed and get all covered up and probably fall asleep. But thank you guys for being here. Love you all. Love is the key. Remember that. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Josh. It was good to have you in here. And Steve, here's a question. If I come to Florida, can I be your assistant? I'm in Arizona. Josh is in Florida. I'm in Arizona. Can I be your assistant for a day? That was the question. Come to Arizona. All right. We'll do DR60 next time. I kind of forgot about it because I was ranting about everything. We'll do DR60 next time for sure. We'll set aside like 15 minutes for it. And good night, everybody. I'll see you next time.